for me, there's two guys in this Pirates bullpen that have really benefited from the way that Don Kelly operates the Pirates bullpen, which is different than what we've seen in the past. You got a lot of guys going multiple innings. Clearly Don Kelly likes the idea of having guys that we always talk about, oh yeah, we want guys that can go multiple innings, but then you still end up most of the time, all right, and it's a close game, you're probably only going to throw one, but
Panic.
that's not what we've seen. Yeah, you panic, everything changes. With Don Kelly, that's not what we've seen. I got two guys that I want to bring up that I want to see if you agree with me here. The first one is Isaac Mattson. So Mattson never really got a chance to get his feet settled into a bullpen role before Don Kelly took over as manager. That's when Mattson started getting used a lot more often, is under Don Kelly. And it seemed like he believed something that maybe they didn't see in the organization before. And so Don Kelly wanted Isaac Mattson to be in these higher leverage situations. Well, that has worked out incredibly well. He's now your eighth inning guy, and he's done amazingly throughout the month of August, for example. He's my first. My second is Carmen Mlodzinski. Mlodzinski got the opportunity to start at the beginning of the year. That didn't really work out for him, but it wasn't because of starting the game. That's not the problem. His first and second innings have been unbelievable. It's the second time through the order. And so you give this guy a chance to start. It doesn't work out. He goes down to the minor leagues. He comes back up. He's in the bullpen, but now he's still getting a few starts, but we're not seeing him go multiple times through the order. Instead, we're seeing him kind of opening more so 3-4 innings sort of outing, but he's starting. He's got a 2.5 ERA this year when he in the first time through the order. He's got a 6.2 ERA second time through the order. So there's clearly a huge difference there. And it seems like Mlodzinski is one of those guys who's getting put back into a role that really, really works for him, that he thrives in. And I just got to say this because we talk about changeups so much now in this organization, which is fun. Carmen Mlodzinski has used it as his primary secondary, his changeup, since he came back on June 13th. He's thrown it 19% of the time, whether you want to call it a changeup or a splitter. He's got 44.5% whiff on it, and he's got 22 strikeouts on it. It's a pitch he didn't even throw last year. And I think that a lot of that is because of the attitude or the feeling of that clubhouse and everybody buying in. Seems like everybody's seeing Skeens' changeup is his best pitch, and now they're saying, well, maybe I could do that too, and it has worked out really well. Are these, you think, examples of Don Kelly specifically helping guys out, or is this just more of an example of people growing in their major league careers?
So I'm going to say a little bit of both. Let's start with Mattson. When you see Mattson, you see an incredible human being that wants to be in the big leagues so incredibly bad. He's 30 years old. He fought and clawed to get there. He's had his ups and downs. And I think what Donnie's done with him is said, hey, what's this guy's personality? Where does he fit on this team? The guys look to him. He's kind of a veteran without actually being a veteran when it comes to service time. And I think he just lifted him and said, hey, go get him and put him in a situation to succeed, but giving him the opportunity to fail at the same time. He didn't fail. He did succeed. But I think allowing him a little bit of runway to say, hey, go take it and see what happens, I think was the greatest thing for him, because this guy's a guy that hasn't had that belief throughout his career.
Right.
He's been grabbed and said, nope, you're not good enough. Nope, you're not good enough. And probably at times when he was good enough. And giving him that opportunity, I think elevated the conviction and the confidence and put him on a whole nother trajectory in his career and in this bullpen. Now going to Mlodzinski, I think when you can self-evaluate like he has, this guy wanted to be a starter. He fought to be a starter. I can't believe, in all honesty, they gave him the opportunity. But you see the stuff, you see the opportunity he got, it failed. It didn't work out. Now, he could cry and say, oh, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. No, he went down to AAA. He dominated, came back up, and he's thrived in a role that's not very easy, right? A swing guy. And I think the value in that is remarkable. I think Donnie's really reiterated that for him, saying, hey, man, like you may have chances to start, but look at our staff. Look at what we have and what we're building. If you can be a swing guy, your value goes through the roof. You have closer stuff, multiple inning closer stuff, you're talking about maybe being a right-handed version of a Hater if you wanted to be. Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
start to or be an opener. And I think he's kind of convinced Mlodzinski, use what you've done starting, use what you've done relieving, and be molded into something that the game is asking for, which is a guy that can do a lot of different things. Because this game right now is very different. There's not many Skeens or Bubba Chandlers in this world that can get into the sixth and seventh inning. I mean, even Paul Skeens gets in the sixth. He doesn't get in the seventh consistently. Mitch Keller doesn't get in the
Right.
seventh consistently. So we need those multiple inning guys. And I think the way they built their bullpen is honest to God based off of a Mlodzinski. Thinking about what he's tried to do has kind of pushed them to make Bubba come out of the bullpen, to make Ashcraft come out of the bullpen, to make Burrows come out of the bullpen. Because all you're doing is you're creating all this chaos for the other team to prepare to play you, and you're giving them better opportunities to succeed. That's the last point I have is, yeah, you have Mlodzinski. He couldn't get through that second time through the order. So what do? Do you say, hey, man, you got to go figure out in AAA, well, it's not same hitters. You still need to test these guys out against major league hitters? Well, that's what they've done. Now, with the conviction and the confidence, just the same way as Mattson, I think he could get through it because the changeup has gotten tested and become his best secondary pitch. It doesn't mean the slider and the sweeper and the fastball play any different. It means that now it looks like maybe he does have a 3 or 4 pitch mix that could help him get
Right.
through the lineup. And that's the coolest part is they're doing it different. Stephen, we talked about it for years, or at least 2 years, because we've only been together for 2 years. But you were talking about it probably before you came here. Is if you're a Pirate, you got to be a little different, right? How do you win the day? And that's all that should matter. And it seems like that is becoming more prevalent on this team and in this organization. How do we win today? Let's not worry about tomorrow. Let's not worry about the next day. Yeah, we can try to protect these guys, but at the same time, how can we win and protect them? And that's the coolest part for me is I'm seeing a shift that I've waited for a long time, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. And it really has to do with the pitching and the conviction of who's playing every day. If they do those two things, I think you're going to see a different team consistently.